to everyone. Today the topic is the manufacturing planning and control. Myself, I am Kamalakannan, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, IFED College of Engineering, Vilupuram. What is manufacturing planning and control? The manufacturing planning and control systems plans and controls the manufacturing process. So what is manufacturing? The material, the raw material will be converted into finished product. The gap between the material to the finished product is called a manufacturing process. That process will be controlled by the correct uh, planning. So if you start the manufacturing before you plan the manufacturing process. For example, if you're manufacturing your pencil, what all the raw materials are will be used to manufacturing the pencil. For example, the pencil will be made up of wooden particle. The wood is a main raw material, and the carbon. So that wooden particle will be converted from raw material into final shape. So what are the manufacturing process are required to convert the pencil raw material into the finished product? So the wooden to the pencil, the process, what are the process are required? First, the wooden particle will be converted into small pieces of wooden part, and it can be machined to the six faces, and it can be colored after into the final handout to the customers. So the process will be created by using the resource. So if the pencil will be made up of the wooden particle, that wooden raw material will be received from any other source. From this source, the material will be stored in the stores, and then it used to manufacture the product. Right. Before you starting the product, the detailed process plan is required to conversion of the finished products. That including the materials, machines, people and suppliers. The material means the raw materials. Machines means what are the machines used to convert the raw material into finished product, and then the finished product will be handed over to the which type of which customers or which peoples and suppliers. So before we starting the process manufacturing, the planning is required. What is planning? Planning is the process of thinking about the activities required to achieve a desired goal. So in the terms of the desired goal is the finished product of every material, right? So the raw material will be converted into finished product. Which type of finished product is manufactured after the manufacturing? It is planned as a reverse process that material will be converted into finished product. That finished product, how to convert the raw material into finished product, that plan will be created before the manufacturing. That planning is controlled by some desired path. Basically, the manufacturing planning and control system provides the information to the efficiently manage the flow of materials. The management is a main thing, managing the flow of material from the raw material into finished product. The efficiently manage the flow of material. That plan will be created before starting the manufacturing, and they effectively utilize people and equipment. So if you're having some source of any industries, what all the machines are used in the company, using that availability of the machines or equipments to convert the raw material into finished product in that effective manner. So utilize that equipment and the people. In that means the people called the workers. So they effectively utilize the people and equipment and conversion of the raw materials. Next, the coordinate internal activities with those of suppliers. So coordinate the internal activities. So internal activities means from the customer requirements into the handovering the raw material to the customers, the in between the gap, the information communications will be getting from the customer end to the finished product can be managed. Okay. The communicate with the customers about the market requirements. So, the communication is main thing to the conversion of finished products. If every process planning is prepared for manufacturing process. So, if, what is my manufacturing process, or the steps through which raw materials are transferred into a finished or final product. So the manufacturing process begins with the product design and material specifications from which the product is made. So each product production, the manufacturing of the product is having its required uh, shape and required size and required properties. So depend upon the design, it can be made up using the machines. In the case, the product design is a main thing, is a conversion of the raw material. So, uh, this product design is received from the customer's need. It can be developed using a design engineer. So, in that case, the product design will be created by new thing or modified from the existing product design or existing design. So, in that new thing, creation of the product design, the new thing is used lesser amount. So, the modification of the product design is used for easily the conversion of the product designs. So, what is my manufacturing process? The flow diagram, it indicates the raw materials received from the suppliers, and then it can be go to the manufacturing production or production department. The manufacturing department or production department took planned to create the or convert the raw material into the final product. The final product will be going to the product delivery or deliver the customers. That customers utilize the materials. That materials after utilizing the customers, it can be disposed to the outside. If the materials are recycled, it can be go to the recycled material. If not recycled, it will go to the outside. So, how to what is the difference between recycling materials or unrecycled materials? So, recycling materials is a conversion from the used materials into the is used as a raw materials. For example, the plastics are used as a raw material reprocessed to the conversion of other materials. If you are having a wooden particle, it can be burned out. That cannot be recycled. For example, coal. So the coal is used for preparing the heat source. After preparing the heat source, it cannot be reused. So it is a unrecycled material. Plastics and other sources are recycled materials. Is the manufacturing process, the raw materials into finished product. That finished products is go to the customer utilization, and after that it can be disposed. So the manufacturing process, manufacturing planning and control pure, can be converted raw material into finished product. What all the process are required to conversion is detailed given in the flowchart. First of all, the resource planning, and it can be go to the production planning and demand management. So what is the resource planning? Is a systematic process to achieve the optimum use of an and organization's time and people. They effectively utilize the organization time and people. It's a systematic process to achieve the optimum use of an organization's time and people. So it involves the allocation and utilization of different types of resources, include people, material, equipment, and financial capital. So, what's my production planning? The production planning is the planning and production and manufacturing modules in a company or industry. So, it utilizes the resources, allocation of the activities of the employees, materials, and production capacity in order to serve different customers. So, in the production planning, they effectively utilize the resources for the production. So, it is already discussed what are the requirement, what are the facilities are used in the company. That facility will be 100% used for the production and for the conversion of the raw materials. So, is a production planning and the demand management. Demand management is a supply chain management process of forecasting or productivity the demand for products to ensure they can be delivered and satisfy customers. So demand means the customer need that customer needed products can be available in the market or not. If not available, it's a demand. So the fulfill the demand, that product will be manufactured through the manufacturing end. That that product will be created and effectively given to the suppliers, customers to satisfy the customers. After the production planning, it can be go to the master production schedule. So, in that case, the master production schedule, it is a schedule created using the available materials and machines, the overall utilization of the company. It can be created the detailed plan or detailed schedule. For example, is having a 10 machines are in the company. If the company uses only 5 machines for the uh, product, okay. So after another 5 machines are not used. If that used for, at the time of if the order will become more than one, okay. So at the time of production, those 5 minutes, 5 machines are not used, is a loss. So in the master production schedule is a given the detailed plan, the 100% utilization of the machines to achieve the production. So if you achieve the 100% production, they effectively use the all the machines and workers at the time of production. So if you use the 100% machines, what are the raw materials are used and how much of raw materials used at the time of production, it can be created in the detailed plan. before you starting the manufacturing. So if you starting the manufacturing, before starting the manufacturing, the planning will be created, and each process will be scheduled before the manufacturing. That schedule is called master production schedule. So that schedule indicates each time the all the machines are work. For example, if using the uh, uh, 10 machines, actually each time the 10 machines are worked properly and 100% efficiency. So that is a company overall efficiency is 100%. So the production schedule will be created based on the master production schedule. Then can we go to the detailed material planning and detailed capacity planning. That go to be the material capacity plans. What is the material capacity? So every company having the material storage place for storing the raw materials. So if the raw material will be purchased before you starting the production, how much amount of raw materials will be stored in the stores? It can be only purchased from the outsource, and that raw materials, when you uh, ends the or completed the raw materials into finished product, if after completion of the uh, after utilize the raw materials, uh, the raw materials will be purchased from outside, is called utilization. So, material capacity plan. We discuss